Hi everyone, welcome to the end user training program for your new Salesforce platform for Talent Stacker. My name is Heather, and John Nazera and myself, your friendly admins, are going to walk you through how to use this platform so that you can get the most out of it. Talent Stacker is a paid career development program where you support and nurture individuals through the process of signing up, developing marketable skills, gaining professional experience, and ultimately graduating from the program and attaining a Salesforce job. So today we're going to walk through how to use this platform and provide you with all the information that you need to get started. Today our goal is to familiarize you with your Salesforce support team. That would be us. Go over basic navigation of the system so that you understand what the objects are and how they function within the system, and teach you about the steps from lead member generation to conversion of leads to members, and then ultimately member graduation from the Salesforce org, and ensuring that you can interact with and get the most out of this program. First, I want to introduce to you the idea of roles and user profiles. Each one of you has a different role within your organization. And in this organization, we have 5 different roles or positions. These 5 roles or positions all have different functionalities. You all have different jobs that you perform within your Salesforce organization. So each one of these positions is going to carry with it different access to objects and functionalities. So your user interface that you're going to see throughout this presentation may look slightly different when you sign into your organization, and that is because we all have different jobs to perform. So you're going to have access to just those things that you need access to. Let's first start by looking at your home page. So this is what you're going to see when you sign into your Talent Stacker organization. And under option 1 on the left-hand side, you're going to see this little waffle. And when you click on that waffle icon, you can actually type in the name of the tab that you're looking for. So if you need to find something kind of quickly, you can do that. Or if you look at option number 2 under that little more with the down arrow, if you drop that down, it'll actually show you all the rest of the tabs that are available to you within your organization for easy access to find everything. So your homepage here actually serves as your starting point. You're going to find all of the Salesforce objects that you're going to interact with kind of along that bar, that menu bar at the top. And we're going to get into those in detail throughout this presentation. You also have today's events and the ability to view your calendar, today's tasks, which are, tasks that you've created for yourself or that have been assigned to you. You can also see that there's a functionality on here to go directly to your dashboard, which we're also going to get into in more detail later on in this presentation. You're able to see open leads in this section in the middle. And then on the right-hand side, it shows you all the recent items that you've been working on. And then it actually has an area down here to show all the contacts that are available in your organization. Now, if you look at that on the right-hand side, there's a little down arrow, which is a collapsible function. And when you click on that, it can either collapse or expand that area so that it can kind of allow you to modify what you're looking at to make it more functional for your preferences. In this slide, I wanted to show you where just to give you a better picture of where all the objects are that you're going to be interacting with in your organization. So you can see it highlighted in that green box. These are all of the objects within the organization, or actually a representation of some of them. And those are the ones that you're going to click on when you need to record data about a member and their progression through the program. Now, everyone's going to have a little bit of a different user interface, so some of these may be different depending, again, on your user role within the organization. Before we move on and discuss more in detail all the objects you're going to be interacting with, I wanted to bring up this idea of list views, which is a really awesome feature in your Salesforce organization. So when you click on an object, let's say you click on the cases object, it's going to usually default to a recently viewed list view. But when you click the down arrow next to that, it's going to show you other possible list views that'll allow you to see all of those records with different fields. So, and it'll actually can sort through those different records as well based on the list that you want. So the member support queue, for example, and we're going to bring that up a little bit and talk in detail about that in the case object, will show you a different list of records. Now you can pin, there's a little pin mark there, any one of those lists that you would rather have default when you open that page up. The other feature, which is kind of neat, is if you go to this other side of your user interface, there's a little gear icon. If you click on that, you're actually able to click new and create your own list view. And when you do that, you can then click on that gear icon again, and you can select the fields that you want to add to your list view. So for example, you may want to have more detail about the different lists or the clients that are in your list, or you may want to take some things out to simplify it. So you have that ability to kind of modify how you see your lists in each object. In your Salesforce org, leads are the potential customers or individuals who have shown interest in a product or service, but have not quite been qualified as opportunities or converted over into an actual paying member. In the context of the Talent Stacker program, leads are going to represent members who are considering joining your program. Lead information may be captured from various sources, such as social media, web forms, or referrals, and managing leads involves tracking their progress through the enrollment process, nurturing them with relevant information, and eventually converting them into program members. One method that we capture lead information is through the web to lead form. So we're going to start with that. One of the ways that we capture information from potential members is the web to lead form. Now you can find this form on the experience site for your Salesforce org, and you can find that by going to the little waffle icon, clicking down, and there's a Talent Stacker experience site there. But basically, this is your web to lead form. When someone fills out their name and email address, hits submit, it then gets recorded into your lead record. And we're going to go over that next. When leads submit the web to lead form, they are automatically sent to the new lead queue. And that lead queue is available to all users. So anyone in the organization can click on the leads tab, click on the new lead queue, and have a list of all the leads that have sent through the web to lead form. If you click on the lead, that'll bring you to the lead record. And up in the right-hand side of that record, you're going to see a little button that says convert. So when this lead becomes a paying member, then you hit convert, and that converts the lead into a member and an account, which John's going to get into in more detail in the next few slides. Okay, so let's talk about interviews. We want to keep track of where our members get a job ultimately. But along that path, they're going to interview with different companies, and we want to keep track of the companies that they are interviewing with, the positions that they're interviewing for, and then ultimately, what jobs they land, and possibly even some feedback on the interview process, because that helps us to develop a program that's tailored towards our members getting jobs in the Salesforce ecosystem. So let's start by taking a look at the interview tab, which if you click here, it's going to come up with an interview list view. If you scroll down here, you can look at all interviews, or you can take a look at the list view that I created, which is interviews by company. And here you're going to see the accounts or companies that our members are interviewing with, the dates that the interviews take place, the contact, who the interview is with, which member, the positions, the status of that interview, and then at the end you can see an interview name, which is just a populated number. So in order to record an interview, we're going to click new. we're going to put in the account, which is the business account. And you can add a new one, or if it is a previously entered company, like my fictitious corporate bank solutions, we're going to click that. Going to add the contact. So let's say it's Jen Marini. Going to add a date if you have it. Actually, that is in the future. So we're going to put 2 status. So this is a pick list of the different potential fields that pertain to the status. So has this member advanced to the next meeting? Are they waiting to hear? Have they been offered a job, etc.? We're going to click waiting to hear. If you have any interview feedback available, you can put that here. The salary, if that is available. So let's say it's $100,000 a year. And then what position is the member interviewing for? If they're interviewing for an admin position, and then job start date, you would put in at the end, ultimately, if their status changes to job offered or job accepted. We're going to save that. And it's going to show you the actual record for interview number 15, who it's with, the account, which is again, the company account, salary, and all of that information right there. If we go back to the interview list, it's going to show up right down here. So this is the one that it shows up. Now you could even, this cool little feature over here on the list view is a chart feature. So you can actually add a chart to visualize what you are seeing on your list view. So that's just another feature to consider. That's actually pretty cool if you're looking at data and you want to see different companies that are people are interviewing, members are interviewing with, and then the different dates that those are occurring. The case object is what captures issues that are brought up by members. So it's essentially our customer service support area of your Salesforce org. So end users can create new cases to document by clicking new under the case object, and that's outlined under number 2. So you can manually log a new case. But there's also a functionality called email to case, which I wanted to point out to you. The email to case feature in Salesforce automates the creation of cases from incoming emails, streamlining the process of managing customer inquiries. So customers will use this email to case function within this Talent Stalker program when they send an email. And then simply what happens is this email, which contains all the information that the customer or the member is having issues with, and it automatically creates a record within your organization. That record is then put into the member support queue. So when you click on cases, you'll see your member support queue, and this is available to all users. And it'll list the case number, the contact name of the person who's having the problem, and then more details about that particular case. This is an example of the case record page where you can record all of the relevant information when you are working on a case to get it resolved. There are also stages that you can pick for whether the case needs to be escalated, whether it has been closed and resolved, or if you are still working on it. But this is the area where you make notes, you can collaborate with other users within the program to give the best support and solution to the member having the issue. Okay, next we're going to talk about dashboards. So dashboards are going to hold all of the reports and metrics about your organization. I'm going to show you right here where we pull that up. So if you go to your home page, you can view your dashboard there, but you can also go to the More drop down, click Dashboards, and it's going to show you the dashboards that are available to you. So I'm going to start by just looking at the System Admin dashboard today. So we're going to pull that up.
And on this dashboard, there are lots of metrics. And these metrics can look different depending on, again, your user profile and role in the organization and the information that you need access to. There are on some of your dashboards, I think on all of them actually, up on the top there are different filters. So you're able to filter some of this data by different dates, such as today. If you click down on there, today, this month, this year, this week, you may want to drill down on this particular dashboard. It has, let's see where it is, members that are certified. So admin certified, there's a total of 12 members that are admin certified. And if you click on the down arrow there, you can look at how many were certified this month, and it'll refresh that data for you. So you'll see how specific you can get depending on the information that you're looking for on your dashboard. So let's see, it might take a few minutes for that to show up. Also on this page, you're gonna wanna take a look at the refresh. So sometimes these reports get updated or information gets updated and they need a refresh. So if you hit the refresh, that will then refresh the whole dashboard so that you're getting all of the information that you should be getting. So as we're waiting for this to refresh, we'll see if it works. You can also scroll down and just see some of the metrics. So the project experience manager may have this one there. Like how many people have completed a project. This one here is contacts that are certified but not in a project, so you can really get specific about the type of metrics that you're looking for. We can scroll down here. Down at the bottom here is one that is information about a member and how many have landed a job and graduated. So that's a really great number to know. And this down here are members not in study groups and are not certified. So there's all types of different metrics that you can view, and you can look at them again in different granularity here. So that you can make the best decisions and kind of understand what's going on with your members in your organization. And there it is, members certified, 18. It's showing all of them on this one here. Let's see if we can get it to change to this week. No data for this week. Oh wait, there we go. 8 this week have been certified. So this is really great information, and if you have any more questions regarding your particular dashboard or if you need some modifications, feel free to reach out for that assistance.
Tasks in Salesforce are activities or actions that need to be completed as part of a workflow or process. They can include follow-up emails, calls, meetings, or any other actions that are required to move a process forward. In Talent Stacker, tasks play a crucial role in managing member interactions and ensuring program progression. Key functions of tasks include assigning responsibilities, setting reminders for follow-ups, documenting notes and updates, and tracking task completion status. For example, study group managers may use tasks to remind themselves to reach out to members and encourage them to join study groups, thereby fostering engagement and support within the program.